lovers, it is GSwiz here, and I am here today to start off another reading vlog. So I had a lot of fun doing the Guinevere deception one last week. Of course I've decided to do one again. You know, it's pretty funny considering that I'm doing my regular video setup right now, and I'm obviously meant to be a bit more casual when I'm doing my reading vlogs. But I've decided to set my camera here on a tripod because I got some mail today. I want to show you guys what books I got. I ordered this on Saturday and got it on Monday. Like, it took me barely a working day to get here. Anyway, let me show you what I purchased the other day. I don't think any of you guys are going to be surprised considering I like Murakami. My goodness guys, I've wanted The Strange Library for a very long time. It is never in stock when I am at a bookstore. Usually every single time I go onto a website or I go to a bookstore to purchase this book, it's never there, or it's on a website and there's always a limited supply and it sells very quickly, and so I had to jump on it this time. I had to buy The Strange Library. I've heard really good things about this one, even from people who don't generally like Murakami's works. Even though I am a fan of Murakami's works, that was a pretty convincing factor. I'm happy to add this to my collection. There we go. Oh, wow. Fits perfectly. So these big box ones are from the US. So I'd say I've been waiting on these packages somewhere between 3 weeks to a month. I obviously purchased all of these books while it was payday. Oh, I'm so excited! I'm officially the owner of a hardback of Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. I started listening to this audiobook and I was really excited, but unfortunately the audiobook got taken off of script. But I decided that's a good excuse to buy the book so that I could read the book. And the final two books in this box, I have books 2 and 3 in the Pandava Quartet by Roshani Chokshi, which consists of Arusha and the Song of Death, and Arusha and the Tree of Wishes. I am so happy I finally obtained these books. Every single time I checked the prices for these books for a very long time. I'd say like for the first few months that Tree of Wishes was out, these books would range between around $35 to $40. And then one day I found this book for $15 and this book for around $19. And so that is when I decided to cave and to buy it. It was definitely perfect timing for my payday. Now we've got the Big Mama. Once again, this was also ordered from the US. In fact, I ordered this box of books the day after my payday. So I ordered those few books first, and then I decided, you know what? 3 ain't enough. I need to order more. A lot of you guys will be really excited to see the first book that I have in this stack. Empire of Gold by S.A. Chakraborty. Look how thick that is. I think it's gonna look good here. Ooh, it fits! I literally made space for it over the weekend. I'm so happy that it fits perfectly. It's a pretty thick boy. Dude, it's literally almost 800 pages. I'm excited to read that, considering that I've just finished City of Brass and I'm really excited to move on to Kingdom of Copper. And the next book I pick out of the box is Forest of Souls by Laurie M. Lee. It's okay, I'll find a way to stick the dust jacket together, probably tape it underneath. Pretty sad about it, but that is okay. International delivery, it's what you can really expect. And the next book I take out of this box is The Tyrant's Tomb by Rick Riordan. This is the 4th book in the Trials of Apollo series, and it's the only book in the Trials of Apollo series that I have not yet read. I just need to get into it again because I miss following Apollo and I miss following these characters. Riordan stories are just a good time. It's been a while, so I'm gonna make it happen. Second last book that I have to take out of this package today will be All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace. Yes, we share a name, kinda. I mean, her last name is my name. It's pretty cool. This book looks so much prettier in person. Now, I've heard very mixed reviews about All the Stars and Teeth. I actually heard that a lot of people really don't like it. But it was probably my most anticipated read of this year when I was first starting to get into reading again and new releases. I've always eyed it, but I've never purchased it. And I finally purchased it. I'm very happy that I purchased it, especially in this edition because, oh my goodness, it's so pretty. And Tomi Adeyemi also blurbed it. She said, "Fierce and unrelenting, get lost in this beautiful book." You know what? If she recommends it, I bow down to my queen. I'm simple like that. The final book I take out of this box today will be A Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown. This book is not released in Australia yet, so I did the thing. And I do have to say, out of all books that I wanted to get here, the safest, I wanted it to be this one. And I'm so happy there's no ruin at all on the dust jacket. I am so happy that I own this book and it's not even out here in my country yet. So I guess I can say tune into my next book haul where I haul another 50 books. Guys, I'm already on 48. Yes, I made shelf space so I could buy new ones. Obviously. The long-awaited time to read has come. I'm gonna get started on the Vagabond series. I'm gonna at least try to finish the first volume tonight. If you guys don't know, this is a bind of 3 volumes. Ever since I bought it, it has been staring at me. Literally. Yeah, let's tuck right into it. Alright everyone, I just finished the first volume out of the 3-volume bind up here. I am very much excited to see what's gonna go on in this manga series. I know that there is no adaptation. People do not want an adaptation because it's just perfect on its own. I accept that. I had a very fun time following these new characters, but at the very same time, I'm interested in seeing their motivations and why they choose to do what they do. Yeah, I'm pretty much being very vague here about Vagabond. Or like a vagabond. So yeah, that's the first book I read in this vlog. Bathroom talk with G-Squeeze. Hi guys, I'm back. So it is the night after I filmed last, and today I went to work. It's a pretty busy day at work, and that is no exception for tomorrow either. Tomorrow will be even busier. But thankfully, I got some reading in. And when I say I got some reading in, I finished a book that I've barely documented on this vlog or even mentioned that I'm reading at the moment. But yeah, I finished it, and guys, that was Forest of Souls by Lori M. Lee. I know you guys might be thinking, geez Wiz, you just got that book yesterday. I technically actually listened to it on audiobook. And the reason why I started it on audiobook before I got the physical copy was because I didn't know when the package was coming, and I saw it in my script library, and as a mood reader, of course I had to take advantage of that. For some reason I just felt like reading Forest of Souls, and then I got around halfway through the book and then it arrived at my door. That being said, it's not a waste of money that I purchased the physical book, because I'm gonna reread it in the future because I really enjoyed myself with this one. I'm pretty sure that this is a trilogy as well, so I'm definitely actually planning to reread this one before the second book because I had a really fun time with it. I really love the protagonist in here. Also, a big highlight of this book was the main friendship in here. That is definitely something that I have to take out of it. Man, I'm loving these books that I'm reading with amazing friendships. Like, honestly, just give me more of that, please. If you guys are wondering about my thoughts on it, I give it a 4 out of 5 stars, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the series. But I figured you guys are here to find out what book I'm gonna read next. I'm finally gonna do it. I finally have to start the Witcher series because I bought all the books. Are they gonna get read? Who knows? You'll find out in this vlog.
Hey everyone, my name's Faith. I is my friend Alphabet A. Once upon a time with the princess and banana. The end.
Great stuff.
Faith's gonna have 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers. Please subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to the channel.
How many subscribers do you think Grace has?
100,000. How many subscribers am I?
I'd say you have 1 billion subscribers.
No! I want 1,000 subscribers!
Aw, well, she's humble. What? Yay! Yay!
I got 1,000 subscribers.
And how many does Grace have?
100,000 subscribers.
I moved rooms after a long time because my brother started playing guitar, and I knew that even if he was playing a cover, copyright infringement could have came my way. I'm in here right now, and I spent a good chunk of time reading The Witcher. I am currently around 115 pages through it. I have gotten through a few short stories that were actually adapted in the Netflix series, and it feels so surreal reading it and visualizing it. It's kind of the best feeling ever because you know that the adaptation somewhat did the book justice, even though there are a few changes from the book series. I think the hard thing is, because I'm so used to thinking about The Witcher as a TV series, I almost expect it to kind of like be told in that order when really it isn't. So if anybody like me started off with a TV series, go into the series with that expectation. Good morning guys, it's Thursday. And did I read anything yesterday? No, I was too tired to. I'm thinking of reading something today, considering that I have a day off, but yeah, we'll see about that. let's talk about The Last Wish. Not a bad book. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I find it to be really cool that a lot of this was actually adapted. Not everything from the Netflix adaptation is in The Last Wish, so be aware of that, but it's mostly Geralt's side of the story, and I liked it. I thought that this story was very easy to follow considering that I have visualized it before. That being said, I didn't get lost very easily. I just remember all the names of the characters. I associated them with a face. I just love the fact that at least Netflix did the adaptation pretty well and did it somewhat justice, even though a few things have changed in terms of timing and in terms of ages. That's what I know so far. Sorry, my eyes are super lazy at the moment because I've just finished this at 9 p.m. after a long day of seeing my family. So it's taken me a few days to read The Witcher, but mostly because like I've been super busy. I give this book a 4 to 5 stars. I definitely think it is worth the read for anybody who has been intimidated to start the book series, because I understand the book series can be intimidating if you've either played the video game adaptation or you've watched the Netflix adaptation. I can't speak on behalf of the people who have played the game. I don't game very frequently, but if there's any game I want to play, it's definitely Witcher. But if you have watched the Netflix adaptation and if you are intimidated by the books, I encourage you to pick The Last Wish up and make up your mind, because I'm pretty sure if you liked the Netflix adaptation, you will be convinced by this book to keep going with the series. I am, and I'm really looking forward to continuing the series. So who read a single book today? Not me. I have been working all day and I've been under the pump, but I am gonna bring you something today. We're going to the bookstore. We're having another date night. Let's do it.
You know what would make this shopping trip worse? Carol Baskin.
Yeah, I really want this one. Sorry, this one.
Rats, we are the rats. Rats, we are the rats.
Back from the bookstore. Of course, I bought another 2 volumes of Demon Slayer because trash, right? So yeah, hopefully that made up for a day without reading, and hopefully I can get into some reading tomorrow. I plan to read some Murakami tomorrow. See you tomorrow. So it is Saturday morning. I have choices for what I am going to read in the time that I am not filming or editing. First of all, I want to start and finish The Strange Library by Haruki Murakami. Hopefully we can make that happen. And I want to start and potentially finish South of the Border, West of the Sun by Haruki Murakami as well. This one is more of a full-length novel. Rather than The Strange Library is a novella. And if I get those books done, I want to reward myself with a manga. I want to finally start Demon Slayer. If I don't get to Demon Slayer, it's probably going to be Vagabond Volume 2 or Volume 3 or both, because I can't read Volume 3 without Volume 2. Duh. I got up to chapter 11 of this book so far. I really like the plot and I like the story. I think what I like about Haruki Murakami the most is that he is able to really suck you into his stories, and he's able to make you kind of like sympathize with his characters, but at the very same time, you shouldn't condone some of their actions, especially the protagonist of South of the Border, West of the Sun. Not the best protagonist at all. Yeah, I'm gonna say it, he's a cheater. Like, I don't get why I have to follow this dude, but at the very same time, the cool thing about the story is the history of his life, or at least the history of his love life, and for some reason I can't stop reading. Of course, I do not condone his actions whatsoever, but I'm still fascinated and intrigued to see how this is gonna end and where this is gonna end up.
I want to put on the shoes. Grace, can you help me, please?
Yes, I'll help you put on the shoes. I'll get back to you with an update later. Well, before I talk about South of the Border... Chopper? Sorry, Chopper. I've heard Chopper. Put you both up here for now. Put you down here. Okay, Chopper? Mom knows the best for you. Before I talk again about South of the Border, West of the Sun, The Strange Library. I forgot to talk about this one to you guys. It was so bad because I knew that after this book, I was gonna be craving more Murakami. Because, for one, this story is pretty short. Second of all, I see everybody who loves Murakami's writing review this book and say that they want more. So that's what I thought that I would feel going into this, and I was absolutely right. I wanted more after this. But this was a very good short story, and funnily enough, a lot of people do say that this is a Murakami-esque story, and that is if you read a lot of his magical realism stories rather than his contemporary story. Whereas I went from this literal magical story to a contemporary-esque story from him. So pretty fascinating mixture of the two today. But what I do have to say about The Strange Library is that it is an amazing experience. Now, I didn't realize this book was fully illustrated until I received it in the mail. I knew that I wanted to read The Strange Library for a very long time, but I didn't know how much this one single 77-page book packed into it. It's not completely satisfying. It's definitely one of Murakami's more simpler works. But that being said, it was very haunting. This was very scary. It has tiny horror elements in it. And so if you guys like a little bit of a creepy story, The Strange Library, I'd say, would be a good start to your Halloween TBR. I'm not necessarily a creepy/horror reader. So when I was going into this, I was just expecting Murakami talking about libraries. You know, I love libraries. But now this made me scared of walking into any library. And if you read the story, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Whereas with South of the Border, West of the Sun, I did talk about a problem that I had with it in the middle of reading it. And I've just finished it. Like I said, Murakami's writing is just very addictive. This story is a very addictive story. And you want to kind of see where this protagonist is going to go, even if you don't like him. He's a very unlikable protagonist. I don't know why I would really ever root for him. In fact, I didn't really root for him, but Murakami kind of made me want to see where this was gonna go. And not only that, if he was gonna learn his lesson, and if there were ramifications for his actions. To be honest, I don't think there were enough ramifications for what he has actually done in this book, because none of it is all fully revealed to the other characters. But even though I am a firm believer in second chances, I think he got too many, if I'm to be honest. But that being said, I think the reason why I really liked this book is because it felt very similar to two books I absolutely love that I think have very similar themes. And that, my friends, is The Great Gatsby and Paper Towns. It joins in that party because it follows a protagonist who is in full pursuit of his past. He's trying to let the past become his present, and unfortunately, due to past actions and past events, of course it's not going to turn out great. Failure is kind of inevitable in this story. I have to say, even though I do not like the protagonist and I don't think he deserves to be happy after all that he's done, this book is really good. This book right here was thoroughly entertaining and I could not put it down, and that is what I have to give it credit for. It has been a very Murakami morning, and I've got to start filming my 7 on Sunday video so that I can edit it and have it posted by the time I usually have it posted. I gotta get that done. I literally have the camera stacked on the books that I'm gonna be talking about. And then hopefully after I film that, we can read some Demon Slayer together. Alright, I'm back from filming my 7 on Sunday, and right now I'm gonna be starting Demon Slayer. Stay tuned for my thoughts on it. But right now, let's get stuck into it. I finished it. I know that I binge watched this anime like a month ago. And I feel super nostalgic because it felt like a very long month ago considering how much anime I consumed. And now I can't believe it. I am reading the manga and I'm having the same overall chill feelings that I had when I first read the series. And oh, it's just so exciting. I love Demon Slayer so much that I don't even just have the 6 volumes here. I found out that Madman Australia, you know, the guys who run Anime Lab and stuff, yeah, they're having a manga sale at the moment and all Demon Slayer copies are like 11 Australian dollars each. They're usually $15, but they've reduced the price. And so I caved. Technically, by the middle of this week, I will be the owner of 11 volumes. I cannot believe it, but at the very same time, I can believe it because that is how much I love this series. I'm very much looking forward to figuring out what's gonna happen after the events of season 1 because we were left on a cliffhanger and due to lockdowns, due to what has been happening worldwide, the Demon Slayer movie, which is the sequel to season 1, I'm pretty sure has been delayed. I can't take it. I need more Demon Slayer. That is why I am collecting the manga like crazy so that I can catch up, so that I can read and see what is going on. I didn't think that I would love a shonen this much because as much as I think that shonen is cool, it's not necessarily my favorite anime genre. But if there's a manga or an anime that convinces me I kind of do like shonen, it's Demon Slayer. Alright guys, thank you for joining me on this busy week. To sum it all up, in this busy week, I read all of these, but like I read 3 out of 5 of these on Saturday. I definitely took my time with The Witcher, and Vagabond was pretty easy to get through. It's Sunday right now. I filmed 2 videos and I've got to just edit them at the moment, but I just let you guys know that I started Night of the Dragon by Julie Kagawa. I'm really excited to continue on with this one, but all in all, this will be concluding this week's reading vlog. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do much reading today because I gotta edit as much as I possibly can before the work week starts all over again. Stay tuned. I'm planning to vlog Tome Topple as well. That's gonna be very challenging considering that this was how much I got through this week. If you enjoyed this reading vlog, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already joined the community of book lovers. And I also have social medias. I'm at gswizzelbooks on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm also at Goodreads. That's www.goodreads.com/gswizzle. I love you book lovers, and I will see you later. Peace.
Started out with half and I flipped it into double. Started out with half and I flipped it into double.